01350068. I was hoping to move it up a little bit faster, but do you have that, sir? Do you have that section? Well, why don't you get it? Let us know when you have it.
That one.
You have it?
Yes.
Okay. So if we look at,
What page?
we're looking at page 14. That would be 01350068. So if you look at the bottom, look at 14.
Page 14.
Okay. So at the very top, it mentions, location number 19. You say, location number 19 is a hotel. You see that? And then you say, so upstairs is where we met. Do you see that?
Yes.
Okay. That was a detail that you provided, the location and where you actually met, right?
The place, it is location of where of the cover story that I used.
Right.
That we met.
That's a detail to your cover story. And then later on line 496, they ask you if it's an office complex, and you say no. This is on line 498. It's a private place. It's a good place where people can sit. You see that?
Yes.
So you pick the location. It's a private, but open to the public. And all of that is true, by the way, right? The location.
That location exists.
Yeah. And everything that you're saying, that it's not an office complex. It's actually, a private place, as you say, right?
It is a restaurant.
Okay. All right. And then it goes on. Did somebody take you there and introduce you? And you say, no. We were seated with my friend who was introducing me to him. And we sat. And I went, my friend called me and told me to go. He said, location number 19, upstairs, when I found them sitting there. You see that?
Yes.
Okay. These were details that you provided. Minor details, but details nonetheless, right?
I have admitted that I used
No, I just want
cover
to,
story.
I
to tell my
understand,
friend.
but now I want to go through this cover story.
That is
Because the point I'm trying to make is that there's a lot more to this story than, I just lied about this person. Okay? Then there's a reference to this individual and where he had been, right? On the same page.
Yes.
Okay. Now, if we go to the next page, because the story is a little disjointed, the court will have an opportunity to read this and unscramble some of it, but the way the story came out during the interview was a little disjointed. But at some point on the next page, and this is 01350069, page number 15 for you, for your assistance. If we look at line 526 to 530, look at that for a second. Here you're saying that that person was in X country. I don't see it on the location chart. That you had been trying to get a hold of him, and then you just met him. And I met him now when I went to location number 5, when he was introducing me to Gicheru. You see that? 529, 530, those are the lines.
Yes, I do.
And then, like a good interviewer who is listening to the answer and allowing the next question to be a follow-up, the interviewer goes, "Can I ask you, how did you get in contact? How did he get in contact with you?" Meaning, number 7. And then you say, "We met in town. Just coincidence." It's very spontaneous. There's no interruption here. "We met in town. Just coincidence, because I was in town doing shopping with my family. And we just met on the streets. It was a surprise to get. And he knew that I told him I had to withdraw because of the pressure I was getting. The safe house and the demands. And I wanted, where we were not met. What I wanted were not met, basically. That's what you're saying. Probably he said," so now you're imagining this conversation of this imaginary meeting. He said, the same thing was happening to him when he was in that particular country. And after chatting for some time, now he said that he knew Mr. Gicheru. And actually, out of what we did together, I knew also about Mr. Gicheru, and I knew what he was capable of doing. And my fears actually were about him when I was in town. Now here's a person who could actually introduce me to him and make me safe, maybe. Those details are yours, right?
Yes.
And this is an imaginary meeting that you're having, that you're telling the investigators, right?
Yes, to cover my friend.
Right. And in order to make the imaginary meeting more convincible, more convincing, more believable, you provide them with this imaginary conversation that you're having with this imaginary person of this imaginary situation, right?
I have told you.
Now, I'm just asking.
I covered my friend with
I understand you covered your friend, but I'm suggesting this is what you're doing. On the spot, you're coming up with an imaginary scenario of what transpired, right? And in the mix of it, you also have an imaginary conversation. Do I have it right?
Yes.
Okay. We can agree on that.
Yes.
Okay. And then it goes on. And then there's more detail about the meeting and the conversation. And that pretty much ends the day of March 25 March 2014, right? You don't correct that story on that particular day. Or do you?
I don't remember the exact date I did, but out of the records that we have seen now, that they have ended. I'll corrected it in the next day.
Okay, all right. Well, let me help you out here. And we have 10 minutes left.
Thank you, Mr. Canavas. I was going to remind you.
Yeah, and, perhaps, because it may take a little bit more than 10 minutes, I don't mind going. I think I'm sufficiently prepared. But I'm at your disposal if you wish to.
If you know it will be more than 10 minutes, then this is the right time to break for lunch.
Yes,
We'll continue after lunch, please.
Yes, I think that would be wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Khan.
All rise.
I think we'll break for lunch. We'll meet at 2:30. Thank you.